It has arrived. The 2022 Holiday Blockbuster Set from Lancôme. If you want to see me create my first look with it, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. You can tell by my very bland looking face and my intro to this video that I am going to do things a little bit differently. If you have watched my Blockbuster set reveals in past years, I've been doing it for a number of years now. I don't normally do this. I have decided that I'm going to do a look right away with the products in the Holiday Blockbuster set and have that look going into the other videos that I'm filming. So I wanted to make sure that I use the products and just start giving you looks as quickly as possible. And obviously starting with this initial video makes a lot of sense, at least to me. So let's get right into the makeup application. Anything I have on my face right now is just to give myself a little bit of color and also to address the makeup steps that would not have products in the Blockbuster kit to be able to address them. For example, my foundation, I did use a little bit of color products to give myself a little bit of depth. I did my eyebrows. There are no eyebrow products in the Holiday Blockbuster set. Maybe I could use an eyeshadow, but it would be disingenuous for me to absolutely have to use the eyeshadow palette for that. And that's about it. So let me dive right into the makeup and let's create the first look. So of course, to create the first look, I am definitely going to use the palette. The palette has two parts. So there is a top part, and I'll have to take that off the mirror so I can use it. Okay, well that was not an easy mirror cover to get rid of, and I ended up gouging one of the, unfortunately, one of the shadows. Just see if I can, maybe they're buttery enough for me to be able to press it back in. Oh yeah, not too bad. Okay. All right, so let's take a look really quickly at the palette. It looks like it is not, it's kind of like a palette that wants to be warm, but because all the shadows are pretty neutral leaning, it would serve for both, I think, people who would want cool and warm tones. So that's all right. One big thing that I noticed from the palette this year is that there are some deeper shadows, more depth than I'm usually expecting in these Holiday Blockbuster sets. And there are a total of 12 shadows, and there's also face products, which I consider to be able to be color products as well if I want to on the eye. So for example, something like this would be very nice on the eye as well. So anyway, that is the product that I can see right now. And so let's see what I want to do. I'm quite pale because obviously I just did my base. So why not go into this blush and give myself a little bit of color. And I'll go with my angled blush brush from Smashbox and go right into that shiny kind of rosy blush. Let's do a little bit more. Okay, another side. I do try to keep it closer toward my eye level so I don't look too, I don't want blush going too close to the center of my face because that has an aging kind of quality to it, and I'd rather not. So I'm happy with the kind of, it's a luminous blush. I'm just going to put a little bit more, but the color itself I'm enjoying. And there's no question that I would have no problem using this color as a base for an eyeshadow look. It's a very pretty color. I will not use the bronzer today. I'm going to focus on the eyeshadow look. I did use a little bit of bronzer and contouring on the sides here, so I don't need to add extra. I do like to do a brow bone highlight. I have just a very basic cream color right now, but let's add to it. And for that purpose, I'll use this brush, and I'm going to go into, I don't want it to be too bright, so I think I'm going to go in with this one right here, the top one, and see how it goes. Okay, that goes on smoothly, and let's just do the other side. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. Let's start looking at some colors. Okay, so I'm looking now. It's not a very colorful palette. I do want to do a little color, a little sparkle. So I think I'm going to go into this kind of mauve here, and hopefully I can get enough color payoff from the mauve. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but we'll see. And to apply that color, I'm going to go between two different brushes. I'll use the fluffy one first and then the flatter one to intensify the color if I want to. And I'll do one eye completely and then go and transfer over to the other eye afterwards. Okay, so it might be a light color, but it does apply pretty darned well. It's very pretty, in my opinion. And let's just keep applying. It's not looking bad at all. And I always go, if you have my eye shape, then very inner corner, inner lid you can do that as well. If you have the lid space. And I do want to bring that color, that kind of mauve-y rose color, to the lower lash line. And for that purpose, I'll use my angled brush and go right in there. I just have to make sure I know which way I want to go this way. I made a mistake yesterday in a look, and it was just awkward because the brush had the product on the wrong side. So all of a sudden, I usually do it just automatically, and now because of yesterday, I don't trust myself. That's pretty. Okay, I've got something in my eye. That is a very pretty eyeshadow. I did not think that it would have that kind of color payoff. I really thought it was going to be lackluster, and I stand corrected. So I'm going to go just in one more time and commit to it more. I mean, this could be a one and done shadow. It's very pretty, very pretty. I'm not unhappy with it whatsoever. Now, based on the fact that I'm kind of staying with a cooler side color, I think I'm going to go into the one that I gouged actually. So this is what I have on, and I'm going to go and do inner to 2/3 of the lid with this one. I think that's going to look really good. And to apply the product, I'm going to use my multitasker brush from Smashbox. I really, really like this brush for inner corner. And I'm going to go right in to this eyeshadow that I pointed out. And let's just see what happens. And I'm not using any sort of tacky base because I want to see how these eyeshadows perform where the majority of people wouldn't know about a tacky base or anything like that. Your average person who's just getting the Blockbuster kit because it's a good deal and it's not super jazzed about makeup may not do all sorts of fancy things like some of us YouTubers do. I'm just going to go and pick up a little bit more. I do like to use my finger to make sure it's well distributed. Oh, this is really pretty. It really is pretty. Super office appropriate, but also it's a nice color that could be kind of on the romantic side. I really do like it. It's a very pretty color. Let's see here. Anything else that I want to do? Because I kind of like, just the way it is. Truly, I think it's a really nice pairing. These couple of colors, I don't have a problem with it whatsoever, and I just feel like finishing the look. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. How about we test drive this black? and I'll put that as liner on the upper lash line. Let's try that out. And for that purpose, I will use a tiny, tiny $2 brush. I think it's an Essence. Yeah, it's an Essence Precision Liner brush. And I'm going to go right into the black, tapping off the excess so I don't mess things up. And I'm just going to try to do liner with this, as there is no liner in the kit itself. Let's see if we can get the whole thing done. Given it's a cooler tone of those couple of shadows, I definitely thought that black would go better than brown. And if this works well as a liner, then you know you have a one and done palette. Okay, that is looking pretty good. Now there is no liner in this holiday blockbuster set, so I'm glad I did the liner on the upper waterline before filming. So you'll see some black down here, and that's just transfer from the waterline up above. It's not a black liner that is in the kit. But I think that the black has done a good job as a liner. Hopefully it sets in place, but I already feel I have quite a bit of definition on the eye. I'm quite happy with it. It's kind of borderline sultry. I'm happy with it. I really, really am. And I'm looking at it. There's nothing else I want to do. I'm going to go off camera, replicate what I did here on the other side, and then we can talk about lip products next. I started filming, but my camera was not with me. So my apologies. I have done the two sides of the eye look as far as the eyeshadow. I am now cracking into the Lancome Idole mascara. It is a mascara that has a square packaging, which I appreciate because it's not going to roll off anybody's counter. And it is a plastic wand. And it's either you love it or hate it when it comes to plastic wands. So to each his own as far as whether you are going to like this mascara for that particular feature. And I am really enjoying the application of this mascara. I was halfway through this, the application on this eye when I realized that my camera was not filming, which, as you know, it is now. And for a first coat, that looks pretty good. It's like, it's beyond my lashes, but better. And I do think it did a really good job. And this is the first coat, so that's really nice. So let me just go and apply the coat on the other side where you get to see the whole process, as opposed to me selfishly applying mascara on my own without you. I shouldn't say selfishly, accidentally. So it was not intentional. Okay. Now seriously, this is one coat. This is one coat, and I really don't think that I need a second. That is pretty good payoff for one coat of mascara. If you're wondering why I'm pinching off the mascara on the bottom, I have ridiculously long lower lashes, and if I don't pinch off the mascara, I can look like a clown, literally. Like if you know the Pierrot, the French clowns, they have usually lashes, long lashes on the bottom, and on a person, a real life person, it does not look good on a day-to-day basis. But I do think this application looks good. Now, of course, everybody has different tastes, but for my face, this is what I like. And I'm pretty happy with what's going on. So the eye look is done for all intents and purposes. I don't have anything else that I want to play with in this palette for this makeup look. I will call this the first makeup look with this palette, and we're good. And I'm just going to go back into the bottom pan with the face products and just see if there's anything I want to do with that. And I think that the blush that I chose is fine, and I already had some color to my face, so we can leave the extra face products for another makeup look. And that said, I'm going to apply a first lip product from the set, and this is the Lancôme 213. Does it say? It says a glow luxury gloss cream in 213. All right, luxury gloss cream. Well, that's really comfortable. Truly, really comfortable. And not sticky. Like if you bring your lips together, they don't stick together as they come apart, and that's a really good sign of a good lip product that is more in the lip gloss category. And I don't think it says how much there is in here. Let's see on the back of the box if it says anything. No, I don't see anything specific to this gloss, so I did take a look, and I don't. And I think that this is a done look. This is super simple, but I think pretty darned attractive as far as a whole set of products. I'm really happy about that, and I have no problem filming with this look for the next few videos I have for you on this holiday blockbuster kit. One other thing I should mention is that I used one of the products that I purchased in order to be able to get the kit, and that is the 100 porcelain concealer. And I'll go through those products afterwards, but that is what I have on my under eye. If you were wondering what else I have on my face, that might be from the Lancome brand. And that is pretty much what I bought. Trying to think of anything else. No, this was these two. I picked up porcelain, and also, so porcelain is the 100 and Ivoire is 110. And I picked both up. They're just one shade off from each other, but they're very, very close. And so far, I am really liking the concealer. I think it's doing a good job, and I'm not disappointed to have spent $46 on each one. But yeah, I do think it did a good job. All right, that's it for this makeup look, and let me know what you think in the comments. I do appreciate hearing from you. If you do have other looks that you want to see, I'm just going to open up the palette again. If you have other looks that you want to see, please take a look at the palette and give me a number. So this is going to be number 1 to 6 and 7 to 12. So if you want to do, if you want to ask for a given recipe of eyeshadows, please use that. So 1 to 6, 7 to 12, and we'll do the same thing for face products. 1 to 4, that should be pretty easy, or because it's only 4, you can also call it by color. All right, game on. We are going to do a lot with the blockbuster sets this year, so keep those requests coming. I don't have a problem with at least entertaining an idea, and this is good. This is a collab here with you, so let me know what you think. I will finish off with that statement, and I look forward to seeing you in the coming videos, and I also look forward to doing a whole whack of looks for you. So if you have requests, again, please do not be shy. I may not be able to do all of the requests that I get, but at least I can give a good college try to at least a half a dozen looks. Okay, we're going. We are going to do so much with this. I am super excited. And the next video that you can expect is the evaluation that I usually do and say, is the cost of the kit a good one, and is there value for money again this year? All right, see you in that video. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. For now, take care.